Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss on arbitrary arguments and variable scope. Arbitrary arguments allows a function to accept any number of positional arguments and also keyword arguments. Arbitrary argument prefixed with one star or asterisk is called non-keyword arguments or positional arguments. Keyword argument syntax is a variable prefixed with two asterisks. Done. So you can use any variable name instead of these two. Arbitrary positional argument will allow a function to accept any number of positional arguments. Here is a simple example. I have a function called example underscore function passed with a parameter which is asterisk followed by a variable name that is args colon have used in second line for loop for variable name is arg in this parameter args print arg. I'm calling this function example underscore function in fifth line passing values 1 2 a string hello and floating value 3.14. All these values will get printed here. Here's another example. I have a function called print underscore args with syntax of positional argument asterisk followed by variable name args. Now in the second line I'm using for loop for variable name arg in args print arg. I'm calling this function three times. In sixth line I'm calling this function for the first time wherein I'm passing the tuple 1 2 3 4. These are the numbers passed. So I'm getting the output. And in the ninth line apple banana cherry are passed. I'm getting the output. Whereas in the 12th line, I'm passing boolean value, string, floating value, and list. All these are getting printed. This is positional argument or non-keyword argument. I'm not using any keyword here. Next, arbitrary keyword arguments. Syntax is variable, quarks, prefixed with two asterisks or stars. Now, it allows a function to accept any number of keyword arguments. These parameters collect the arguments into a dictionary. Example, I have a function, example function. I have passed argument which is quarks, which is prefixed by two asterisks. Now, in the second line, I'm using for loop key comma value. As mentioned earlier, it collects the arguments into dictionary. We know dictionary as key and value as pairs, correct? Therefore, we have key comma value in this argument quarks dot items. Items function is used for collecting key and value pairs. I'm calling this function example underscore function in line 5 and passing the key value pairs separated by a comma. You can note key is name which is equal to having value ira and second pair is having age as key and 30 is the value. Pair 3 is having city as key and Bengaluru as value. Now you can note once I run this program, I'm getting the output. Key is name, value ira, age is key, 30 is the value, city Bengaluru. We have used two asterisks because one is for collecting key and other is for value. In the second example, you can note quarks, which I've used in the first example, can be replaced by any other variable. For simplicity, I have used var, which means any variable prefixed by two asterisks will be keyword arbitrary argument. Any simple words can be used. Next, variable scope. The scope of a variable is the region of the program where the variable can be accessed or modified. First type of scope is global scope. Variables defined outside of any function have global scope. They can be accessed, modified from any part of the code, including inside functions. Example, I have a variable global underscore variable having value 10. In the line 3, I have a function my underscore function. I'm printing this variable in line 4 which is inside this function. In line 6, I'm calling my underscore function. Though I'm declaring this variable outside this function, I am able to print this value. Hope it's clear. Next, local scope. Variables defined inside a function or block. They are accessible within that specific block. You can't use it like a global scope. Example, I have a function. In second line, I am declaring a variable called local underscore variable, which is assigned with the value 5. In line 3, I am printing this variable. Now I am calling this function in line 5. When I run this program, I get the output to be 5 because I have defined local underscore variable is equal to 5 within this function, correct? Therefore, my output will be 5. I am accessing it within this function. I am printing it within this function, correct? Now, if you note in the example 2, till here I'll get the output, that is till line 5 it is correct, the same thing I have repeated. But in line 8, if you note, I am attempting to access this local variable outside this function and I'm printing it here. That is in line 8 I am printing local underscore variable, which is not allowed because this variable is defined within this my underscore function, and now I am not able to access this function because attempting to access local underscore variable outside my underscore function will result in an error. Therefore, I am getting an error called name local underscore variable is not defined. I can't access it like a global variable. Therefore, it is local variable which is accessed only within this block or function. Hope it's clear. Next, third type of scope is built-in scope. Python has several built-in scope. They are print, length, and other built-in functions. These are always accessible from any part of code. Example, you can note in line 1 I am printing hello everyone. Print is the function I have used. This is the built-in function. In line 3 I have declared a variable my underscore string, assigning it with a string Python. Now I am in line 4 I have used length as a variable to store the length of my underscore string. In line 5 I am printing the length. You can note the length of the string is 6 because the number of characters in the string Python is 6. I have used length and print, two functions here to show the built-in scope. Hope it's clear. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel.